Before we start, I would want you to hit that red subscribe button so that you never miss out on any of our videos. Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to Facility Swinger 6. A live snake can't be moved before continuing play. Here's a strange question. What if I encounter a snake on the course? Well, Rule 23.6 states that a live snake can't be moved before continuing play. We're guessing that not many golfers will be a stickler for this one, as no one wants to get in a snake's space just to play a ball. But like some other rules we've mentioned earlier in this list, there's another side to the rule, and that's something that we'll briefly go over for you and your information in the next entry. Snakes are known as scary, legless, elongated, and carnivorous reptiles, and there will be around a 50% chance that they'll pose as a distraction for the average golfer golfing out on the green. 5. Snakes can also be treated as a loose impediment. Now, let's take a look at the other half of Rule 23.6, which states that a dead snake can be treated as a loose impediment, which means you may remove it. You'll likely agree with us that it's an unpleasant sight of a dead snake on the course or somewhere in any public space for the masses, but you'll likely disagree with this particular rule that says that a dead snake can be treated as a loose impediment. A dead snake isn't really a loose snake since it'll just be laying on the ground and doing absolutely nothing at all. 4. A half-eaten apple is considered a natural object and can't be removed without penalty. Here's a question most people thought they'd never ask. What if my ball lands in a bunker directly in front of a half-eaten apple? Rule 23.3 is pretty straightforward if you ask me. It states, a half-eaten apple is considered a natural object and can't be removed without penalty. It does not matter if there are apple trees in the vicinity or if it was left there by another golfer. So it's safe to say that an uneaten apple is considered as a false object that can be removed without penalty. That's quite a strange double standard that applies to different apples, to say the least. 3. Ant hills are considered loose impediments. What if my ball lands on an ant hill? Is a question most golfers hope they never have to ask themselves. But just in case they do, here's what to follow. According to Rule 23.5.23, anthills are considered loose impediments. Therefore, golfers are entitled to remove it and replace the ball without penalty. Contrary to belief, anthills, well, at least in the world of golf, aren't hills with a ton of ants in them. That would be frightening as heck. Anthills are simply meant to serve as distractions that will likely pose challenges to fluster the average golfer, as well as their balls in their sweet golf bags. 2. If a ball falls into a hole on the course made by a burrowing animal, it's subject to relief and can be repositioned. Let's shift gears and talk about divots and holes, which are two of the most important parts of the game. According to ProClubs.com, if your ball falls into a hole on the course made by a burrowing animal, that is rabbits or groundhogs, you're subject to relief and your ball can be repositioned. However, if a ball finds its way into holes considered abnormal by the USGA, abnormal being holes made by non-burrowing animal, that is dog, it's not subject to relief. The solution? All golfers should get relief from all unusual conditions, and those conditions should include divots along with animal-made holes. 1. If a penalty becomes apparent after a scorecard is signed, the player will be disqualified last, but not least, you should try your best to avoid getting disqualified. If you commit a penalty that becomes apparent after your scorecard is signed, you'll be disqualified. And even if your penalty isn't malicious and/or unintentional, there won't be a two-stroke penalty type of mercy. Instead, you'll be disqualified for signing an incorrect scorecard, which is a mistake that you'd want to avoid. So what's a simple solution to dodge messy messes? You should just give the golfer their penalty, but don't disqualify them under another rule. It's that simple, and you can either abide by the rules or choose to play the game your own way. This brings us to the end of our video. I hope you enjoyed it. Hit like if you did, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel so that you don't miss any of our videos in the future. Also watch the 2 videos that are on your screen because I'm sure you'll love them.